Hey everyone, my name is Simpsy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Empire 2 here today on the channel. We're playing as Great Britain. This is episode 3 and here today we're going to be declaring war upon the Mughals. So like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions. We're not going to go against the Maratha Confederacy. We're either going to ally or potentially try and join them in their fight against the Mughals. So, we are going to declare war upon the Mughals. Portugal is allied with them. They have now refused. All my allies have refused too, except for the 13 colonies. Hell yeah, the Americans are coming to help me, brother. And the Persians seem to be backing them. So, we're not going to land in the Bay of Bengal. We're going to land sort of on this... western side of India, like near Mumbai, I assume. So we're going to land with John Churchill and try and take our first piece of Indian territory. Now, thankfully for me, half of the army is outside and not in the city. So we're going to engage them on the field of battle and go up against the Mughals. The Mughals, of course, start with several prosperous regions, including Bengal, Gujarat, and the Deccan. A lot of the Mughal territory, from what I can remember, has a high taxable income, so that would really help us out significantly once we get our buildings and construction going. It will help us maintain our booming economy. As the Mughals too, they also have a lot of valuable trade resources that we can take, tea, spice, and cotton. And then hopefully we can get some more income in and around the Middle East. Now the only thing about fighting the Mughals is they can field quite large armies per number. They have access to a lot of unique units. But they do lack very high disciplined troops like our own. But they are very, very strong in hand-to-hand and close combat. Now, going up against the Mughals, naval-wise, we should really have the upper hand. So we should be able to box them in on the coast. They're just not going to have anywhere near the military might or strength to go against them. So as long as we keep on pouring troops into the Indian subcontinent, we should be good. Now, once we start chipping away against the Mughals, I imagine the Marathans are going to start seizing territory too, so we want to try and claim as much as we can. Okay, just trading fire with the Mughals here, back and forth. We should be able to outshoot them. Our firepower is superior. Starting to angle them too. But we are routing in some areas where they got a little bit too close and engaged us in melee. But we should have superior muskets and firepower. Okay, looking a little bit green on that left-hand side. Artillery still putting some fire down. But John Churchill should be able to win his first victory in India. A lot of them are in a full retreat now. Just trying to wrap up the last of them. So, we did take some casualties when they pushed against us. Some of them are still holding though, so they do have some disciplined troops, which I'm surprised about. Just running down the last of them here. Nice. And we've won our first clear victory against the Mughals. We're going to take our first piece of territory. So we only lost a couple hundred there. So nothing too great. Once again, the cavalry really topping the kills and casualties for us. Okay, so now that we've done that, we should be able to waltz on into the settlement. Oh wait, they're going to come as reinforcements. Oh, nice. We demanded their surrender, and they've accepted, thankfully. Now, we're going to have to sit here for quite some time, you would imagine. We might need to break down this army encampment too, but as we are exempting from tax, it does seem to be working. We will have more additional reinforcements coming on over soon too. Alright, so they've pushed into Maratha territory. Interesting. So we sit right next to them. Does the Safavid dynasty want peace? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, France has attacked the 13 colonies with Spain, Louisiana. Oh no! We don't need this. Oh, okay. So it looks like Great Britain and France are finally going to be at war. We managed to delay it for quite some time, so it looks like we're going to be at war with a major European power for the first time. The French and the Brits go toe-to-toe. We're going to have to try and defend our 13 colonies. The French do have, like, some of the most territory over there, really, in the New World. Alright, that's unfortunate. Settings, we just launched a full-on invasion of India, and we're pouring troops over here. We might have to reroute some of those. And now we are bankrupt. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe they're blocking our trade lanes. Yeah. So pirates are blocking us in the Med, and our fleet has just arrived here. Well, we might just send them back. So we have an objective here. Capture this territory. New France, Georgia, Cherokee territory. And we can control the 13 colonies directly under our control? Interesting. Because at the moment, them being our colonies, we are getting tax from them. They haven't thrown the tea into the sea just yet. So, yeah, interesting. Maybe they might be able to become our allies. Alright, I'm just going to try and negotiate with the French and the Mughals to try and get one of these wars stopped if we can. We are at war with the Iroquois. Would they be interested in peace? No. Okay, so Henry de Mazul, you've arrived in India. You were going to help us out, but we might actually need to send you to the Caribbean. How annoying would that be? Going all the way to India just to be told that, hey, you need to go back the other way. Okay, because we want to try and like go against the French in their overseas colonies. I think that's the play. Okay, so we will have to keep a watchful eye just in case they send a full stack over the channel, but I'm hoping they don't. They don't do that. They do have a pretty big navy there, so they might start blocking us, but we're not going to go and just rush Brussels and Paris and the French continental territory in Europe, because it's not realistic and sensible. We fight the French in the overseas colonies and go back and forth. I think it's probably actually more valuable, to be honest. It would only be like you go there, destroy France, and they capitulate as a nation. And France and Spain are broken. Okay, so unfortunately it looks like Bristol is going to be blocked by a massive French fleet. That's significant, so that's going to cut down our trade quite a bit. So we might need to try and build up a navy in the British Isles to, well, throw that back. And we'll send that other army to go and try and take territory in French Guiana. Okay, the port has now been blocked there too. More trade routes and a new election. Okay, let's continue on. So we're just going to try and hold down that newly taken Mughal territory, throw any other resistance back. We are trying to bring it over into sort of British control, quell the public unrest, and make it into a first overseas colony. But luckily for me, it looks like the Spanish aren't going to help them. Alright, the army encampment has been dismantled, so that means we can construct a magistrates building, which will help with repression. So let's do that, and try and replenish and repair where we can. Okay, well, still waiting for those troops to arrive in the Caribbean. Let's try and get our trade resources flowing. So what's selling us the most at the moment? The human resource, followed by cotton and tea. So let's go with cotton there, and let's go with some farming there. Okay, so maybe I look to bring that military camp down, because we're still having issues with the Scots trying to keep them under heel. Alright, well, unfortunately on that note, it's time to wrap things up here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed episode 3. Stay tuned for episode 4, coming out at the exact same time tomorrow. We're going to try and hold on to that Indian territory. We need to stop that blockade in the British Isles. I don't think a land army will land in Britain, but we do have to be prepared for that. And we're going to go send our half a stack over to the Caribbean to try and take some of that French territory. We could actually go onto mainland North America, but we'll just see. We do have half a stack over in the Caribbean, and then that additional half a stack that was coming from London to go to India, but that can be rerouted now. It's going to take a little while to go down all the way past South Africa, go around the Horn, around Somalia, and then eventually make their way through Cote d'Ivoire. But they should be able to arrive there soon, and we should have a battle against the French at the start of the next episode. So like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Hope you guys are enjoying Empire 2. My name has been Simpsy. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.